Oh my god. Mike,
Alex?
guess what?
What?
This is the second episode in a row we're recording tonight,
It is.
and I totally forgot
Uh-huh.
to tell you about the thing.
What thing?
Since our last communication, or maybe even a little bit before that, I don't remember.
It's been a while.
I maybe didn't bring it up last time we recorded because it was holiday special season.
Okay.
But you remember a couple weeks ago how you had those 2 weeks in a row where you had car problems? The
Yes.
first being when you were hit by a car, and the second being when you hit something else with a car.
Those are both pretty big car problems.
I'm here to end the trifecta of shitty car problems with my beautiful story of something that happened to me with the car.
What happened?
Okay, so I'll give you a little bit of a backstory too.
Okay.
So, my mother
Your mother?
went to do something in a car, in one of the cars
Like
that
what,
she has.
Run errands or something?
No, like far.
Oh,
far,
okay.
far. And then she was coming back from whatever. I don't even remember.
Mm-hmm.
Might have been something to do with my sister at college.
Okay.
But then, like, when she was like 3 minutes from home, she was at her light, and the car just died. It just
What do you mean it
stopped.
died?
It just stopped working.
Just
like the battery was just like, nah.
Oh, that's awful.
Well, luckily she was so close to home.
And she could just
So
walk.
so my dad went out and got her, and they took the car to the mechanic, and
Mm-hmm.
the mechanic fixed it, and it was like, it was no problem at all. Take the car. It's fine.
Well, what was the problem? What do you mean there was no problem?
I don't know. Well, I mean, not that there was no problem, but like they found the problem and fixed it. I'm not a car person.
Okay.
So,
I mean, thankfully it was minor then, I guess,
Yeah.
if it was that easy.
a few days later,
Okay.
no one's driven the car yet. I'm hungry. No, I'm not hungry. I was going to go to Best Buy to pick up a present that I pre-ordered.
I was hungry, so I went to go eat some technology.
No, I'm sorry. I was hungry, and I had to do errands, so I thought I'd kill two birds.
And just go to Best Buy and eat every...
And go to Best Buy, and then go get pizza next door.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Maybe
Goodness,
maybe
Michael.
Best Buy has good pizza. You know, IKEA has the great Swedish meatballs.
The point being, yes, Best Buy does not have that.
I don't know.
They have candy.
Do they have good candy?
They have like candy at checkout, but like
Oh,
every
that doesn't
store.
count. That
No.
doesn't count. They don't cook any food?
Well, back to my story.
Best Buy, get your game up.
I was driving to Best Buy.
Okay.
And I was on the highway, not like a highway. You know the highway I'm talking about.
I do.
With the stoplights.
There are
And I was at a stoplight. The car just dies.
Okay, maybe it's something with the stoplights.
But the thing is, like, once it stopped, the battery just like, it just kind of like did like a little like shutdown thing. I don't know.
Did it, like,
Apparently,
did it,
it has
like, make
been
a poop?
fixed since then. It just like the engine just stops,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just like, well, I'm in the middle of a highway, and I don't know what to do. So I put hazards on, and I'm just like, I try to put it in neutral. The wheel won't turn. So like after a couple minutes, I'm like, I guess I restarted the car, and then it started working for like enough time for me to pull onto a side street and park it, and then it just died again. Luckily, all my family was home, so
Okay.
they went and picked me up.
Did you get the pizza Best Buy? Best Buy pizza?
I took a different car later,
Oh, okay, cool.
so don't worry. But yeah, my dad picked it up later, and he drove it home, and he said it was fine. He filled it up with like a different type of gas, and since then we've driven it for about probably like a few hours total, like all of us, and it's been fine.
All right, well, whatever you do, don't stop at a stoplight. Just go.
That's the rule.
Just run through every red light and just say, listen, officer, there's something about this car does not like stoplights.
So that sucked, but I thought I'd tell that story because I just remembered it during our break.
I mean, yeah.
And now we have 3 shitty car stories within the first 30 episodes.
Man, how old is your car, though?
It was like a couple years.
Oh, so it's brand new.
Yeah, and you know what's funny? My mom got a letter about one of the other cars that we owned that it might have the same problem.
Like, is it like a recall or something?
She read it, and it's like, we are brought to our attention that this car model, and it's a different car, same company, not going to say which company, is like, this car may possibly just stop working and die while you're driving it. Please take precautions.
We want to alert you to the fact that this
That we
car
suck.
It does not work
No,
as
and then they're like,
advertised.
we're going to send you like the part you will need in January when it comes in, and it's just like, it can't be a coincidence. I thought it was a mistake on their part because it's like, no way in hell both of them just stop working at the same time.
Right.
But we've been driving that one too, and no problems yet.
No problems?
But I don't know.
Have you stopped at a stoplight?
Yes.
Wow.
I took it to get Chinese food today.
Oh, really?
And no problems.
Oh, did you get it at Micro Center?
Micro Center?
Yeah.
Shut up.
Well, I don't know. Best Buy's got pizza. Micro Center's got is Micro Center even in business anymore? Like,
is that like Microsoft Store?
I have no idea. I've been in them before while looking for like cameras or something.
Do they have the Microsoft logo?
No.
All right, then probably not.
I mean, micro is kind of a word that's not necessarily trademarked.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. It's just kind of a prefix. It's not necessarily emblematic of the company itself.
All right. Terrible car stories aside, welcome back to the weekly Undertaking.
Yes, thank you for joining us. This is the 26th episode of the weekly Undertaking.
Is it?
Yes, it is.
It is.
Yeah.
This is Michael.
I'm Michael.
I'm Alex.
That's Alex.
The one who doesn't care about numbers, because numbers are just a number.
Excuse you.
Yes.
Some of us learned math in school. We like counting.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Did I offend you?
No.
I didn't mean to.
No.
I know you, Alex.
No, it's fine.
Alex,
It's fine.
I believe you're good at counting.
It's fine.
Are you sure?
You can just do the rest of the episode by yourself then.
Okay. I'm just gonna.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna count for the
Go.
rest of the episode. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alex, I think you know what comes after 5. Come on, you can do it. You can do it, Alex.
6.
I'm so proud of you, buddy.
I did it.
You did it. You did it.
What is this?
This is the math lesson of the weekly Undertaking.
But our weekly Undertaking this week was not maths.
Well, no, it wasn't. What was it? I always forget.
I was hoping you could tell me.
It's something to do
Dude,
with...
I talked about it like 30 seconds ago.
Yeah, and I don't pay attention. I think that you should know this by now.
It was called the Plastic Cleanse.
Oh, yes, that's right. We tried to give up plastic for a week, or disposable
plastics. These cups we drink from are made of like a really hard reusable plastic.
Right. But which are still probably environmentally problematic, because they will be here long after we're dead.
But, I mean, for the time being, we're not going to buy new cups.
Not every time we get
these, so they're not as bad as disposable plastics.
That's very true. That's very true. So we tried to get rid of disposable plastics for a week.
Could you do it?
I could not.
No, me neither.
Yeah.
I think this is a particularly bad week, because it was Christmas this week.
It was.
We both celebrate Christmas.
We do.
And we both, I assume, got gifts from others that care about us.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know about you, but I got some gifts that came wrapped in plastic.
Yeah, they did. they do that quite frequently. And so I was looking at the gifts, and I'm like, I don't know what to do now. You know what I mean?
It's like, do I break it? It's like, yeah. Look in the trash can to your left.
Okay. There's a empty bottle of water, empty plastic wrap, and wow, that is a lot of plastic in that trash can.
Yeah, I noticed that right before you came, and I was like, this is probably not good.
Not a good look.
I have opened a lot of plastic things this week.
Yeah, you have. I mean, I did too, for sure.
Yes.
I think you're right. I think this week was a particularly bad week to do it. Especially considering that what happened was I went to a couple different Christmas parties with my family and with other people, and they have those red Solo cups which are made of disposable plastic, and I was like, I can either be hydrated or save the environment
or use my hands.
Or
infect others and drink from the bowl.
It's from the bowl. Well, nobody.
Was there no punch bowl?
There was no punch bowl. This was like a family party.
Oh.
Like
was it like that time when there was no punch line?
Yeah, did I tell that joke on air?
Yeah, well, on OMG, and it sucked.
Okay. It's a great joke.
It was like that was when the microphone glitched out because the joke was that bad
that it ruins technology.
Like it censored you out intentionally.
It was like we can't put
It's probably one of my favorite moments.
Just where the microphone was like, this is so shitty that I can't even.
It's like if there's any time I was going to break. It's going to be right now.
It's like I summoned a demon that just was allergic to technology with every single... oh, man. So yeah, that
So
was
disposable plastics.
it was very difficult. So did you make any concerted effort to reduce your plastic usage?
Yes, actually. I didn't use any plastic water bottles at my place of work this week.
Right, but you used the one that's in your trash
It
can.
was already here,
Okay.
and I refilled it, so I was like, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I also just wasn't thinking. But at work, I used a coffee mug to drink my water,
Okay.
because they give you one.
They do
and, I was like, well, I don't drink coffee, so mug.
Yeah, that's. Do they give you coffee mugs at your place of work?
Well, yeah, I got one as a gift.
Oh, nice.
For working there. It was a nice. It's a nice mug.
For Christmas or
Holds
just
things.
because?
No, just cause.
Oh, nice. That's very nice.
And I don't really use it, but decided to use it to hold water.
Yeah, that's. I mean, that's a good way to reduce your plastic bottles.
Yeah. But here's the thing. The trashes that we all use have plastic linings in them.
I didn't even think of that.
So I was like, do I throw things out? It's like, do I even open things? Because like I went to the vending machine and I'm like, wow, everything here is wrapped in plastic.
Oh my god, I didn't even think about like the plastic bags that you get at the grocery store.
Can't do that.
I couldn't I didn't go to the grocery store at all during this past week, but I do use them to like pick up the poop when I walk the dog.
Nice.
And so I just now that I'm thinking about that, I'm like, well, that I broke the challenge again there.
You know what I fucking did? I went to the grocery store on Sunday, like, the second after I texted you, like, I picked the plastic plens.
Yeah.
Do this.
The plastic plens. Try again.
I went to the grocery store,
Uh-huh.
and I bought a bunch of different things with plastic in them, and I used plastic bags to carry them back to my vehicle, and I just didn't even realize.
Yeah. Oh man, it's so hard to eliminate everything of plastic. Because like also plastic is in pretty much everything. Plastic plates. I'm sure there's plastic somewhere in a computer too.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I guarantee you.
Poke. That might be plastic right there.
Alex is poking the computer screen.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, it's so plastic is everywhere in our culture today.
And it's sad that a lot of companies just like, it's not about the environmental impact to a lot of companies, and if it is, it's also a publicity thing. It's like, we don't use plastic because it's better for the environment, but our drinks are a lot more expensive, so if you want to feel good about yourself, give us a little bit more money.
Yeah, to be fair, that companies in my mind should advertise if they're using environmentally friendly products to make their profitable product.
Oh, and I'm sure they do because it's a good thing to show.
And it's also, it informs the consumer to say, I'm going to spend my money on things that help the environment, or at least don't do damage to the environment as much as some other things. So I'm here for the good, I really don't think that the good publicity that they're giving themselves of saying, hey, we're not hurting the environment, I don't think that's bad for anybody.
No, it definitely, it helps everyone.
Yeah.
But I wanted to talk about this, specifically on this episode, and I want to get your opinion. Because I've in the past read a lot about just how companies use like plastic items because they're the cheapest available product. And that will always be the case for all companies.
Sure.
Like, they will always use the cheapest available items to make their product because, of course, why not? But there may very well be a day in the future when the eco-friendly option also becomes the cheapest option because science is moving forward. Have you seen that water ball like technology where it's like it's an edible like light skin with water inside it and it just looks like a ball?
I don't know much about it, but I did see an advertisement for it on like a Facebook video or something like that.
And you just eat it.
Yeah, and
you
then
just pop it in your mouth
and you're hydrated for the day.
and it's done.
Yeah. I mean, I personally don't think I would enjoy using a water ball like that.
No, but what my point being is that a biodegradable plastic substitute may not be that far. It already exists, and it may not be that far into the future when that becomes cheaper to make.
Yeah, and I think you're 100% correct on that.
And the second it becomes cheaper to make, no more plastic.
Yeah, because why would you?
No one would use plastic.
Absolutely not. I mean, I personally don't have any emotional attachment to plastic.
Except for, like, the people who, like, you know, like, the nostalgic assholes who are like, bring back everything we don't have.
Exactly.
Nuclear plants, plastic bottles.
Eventually-
World War II. Nazis, come on back.
Yeah, that's why Nazis are on the rise again, because people want the vintage.
That's what I like to think, Mike. I know that's not the case.
That's not the case at all.
But that's what I really want to believe. That's the reason humanity is on the downfall.
yeah, I'm just imagining hipsters in the future just sitting there, just like, man, I'm like,
You know what we need?
we need the
Nazis. They need to come back.
we need Nazis and we need plastic water bottles. Those are the two things
Hell
holding
yeah.
this country back from having culture.
Like 100 years now, like rebel culture is just gonna be a Nazi with a plastic bottle.
Yeah, exactly. And that's gonna be the big problem.
Yes. Okay.
The Nazis using plastic.
All this Nazi humor is, of course, sarcastic.
Oh yeah, we are not.
I need
supporting
to
Nazis.
emphasize, because it's just like, I mean, there's no group more evil in the eyes of culture that I hope you realize that it is a joke.
I sincerely hope that our listeners realize that Nazis equal bad.
Yes. Fuck Nazis.
I hope we're not teaching you
A
that.
message brought to you by the Weekly Undertaking.
Fuck
We
Nazis.
are anti-Nazi.
Anti.
We are coming
You know
out.
what? We are finally. We don't take a lot of political stances on
We are
here.
taking a stand.
We are taking a stand.
We're not cool with Nazis.
Nazis are not good.
Yes. Wow, Mike, we've made some real progress
I think
today.
we fixed America.
Done.
We did it.
Let's move on to Canada.
Because
They've had it too good for too long.
Oh, what is that a quote from?
The Fairly Odd Parents.
Fairly Odd, the freaking genie in the Fairly Odd Parents,
Yeah,
right?
I can't believe you realized that was a quote.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's funny. But I do wait for the day in which the biggest evil that this world faces is plastic water bottles.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, it's a huge problem.
That would be a great day.
Mm-hmm.
When plastics are our biggest problem.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. They are currently killing off sea life and
It is
other animals.
It is definitely a problem,
Mm-hmm.
but it's definitely not the biggest problem in our world.
Unfortunately, that is true.
I wish it was.
I wish it was too.
Actually, no. I'm sorry. I wish we had no problems, and then we all got bored and
You know what?
and cried a lot.
I actually agree with you that tears are better than plastic.
At least they help the environment.
Hey, maybe that's an idea. What, crying and
Like that episode of SpongeBob where he made Squidward that sweater from his tears.
Exactly. There was no plastic in that sweater.
Yeah, how did that even work? Because they live underwater, and tears are made of water.
Here. I'm gonna give you the answer right now.
Cartoon.
Don't think about it. Yeah, exactly. It's a cartoon.
You see what you're doing? You think about it.
You-
I'm gonna need you to take that and stop thinking about it.
Stop doing that. Stop doing that. But I mean, so getting back to the actual topic at hand,
Yes.
though, is it's what I did normally during the week. What I do is I take one plastic water bottle, and that's my water bottle for the day. So instead of I drink it and then I refill it like 5 times throughout the day, and that's what I do. And so this week I made a concerted effort. I got a more sturdy and reusable water bottle, and I just used that as my water supply every single day.
That's very nice.
Mm-hmm.
I actually got a new metal water bottle for Christmas too.
Oh, nice!
Like
nice.
just as a coincidence.
And those are actually, first of all, they're environmentally friendly.
Yes.
Second of all, they are actually pretty incredible because they conserve the cold. Like I have one in particular that you drop ice cubes into it, and when you drink it, it's colder. It's just as cold as when you took the water out of the fridge, which is magnificent. On not so much in the wintertime, which is when we're recording this.
It's cold.
Yeah, but when exactly we have the cold around us, but when you're going for walks or running during the summertime, that is very, very useful.
Yes. I completely agree.
Yeah, but another thing that I was thinking about this week is plastic, frankly, just does not decompose.
No.
And I mentioned this earlier when we were talking about the hard plastic water bottles, is even though these are or hard plastic cups that we use to drink from, even though these cups are more reusable and more quote unquote more environmentally friendly,
I think just not less environmentally destructive.
good way of putting it, better way of putting it. Since they're less environmentally destructive as plastic water bottles, even when we die and when we decompose in like 100 years or so.
Oh wow, you have a lot of confidence in our lifespans, Mike.
Optimistic.
100 years from now, may not be alive.
We may not be. We may not live to be 120.
That'd be cool.
That would be cool, actually.
Yeah, I'd dig it.
I would be down. I think we'd be in the running for
Chinking these exact water glasses on the beach.
because they will not. Maybe they will have cracks in them, but they will not have decomposed.
Looking for the pretty robot ladies.
The pretty. Is that what you look forward to in the year 2118? 19. Because hey, this episode is coming out in the new year.
It's the new year.
It's Happy New Year,
Happy
everybody.
New Year. I forgot. This is the first episode in 2019, even though it's still 2018 here.
Yeah, it is. Oh man, I hope that 2019 is wonderful, and I hope you had a lot of fun destroying the environment with your plastic confetti.
Oh yeah.
Oh, this is gonna ruin my New Year's
Oh, you
Eve.
know what I learned? Fun fact.
What?
Like the confetti they shoot in Times Square, like when the ball drops.
Yeah.
It's like crumpled up paper, like or like folded up, like chopped up Post-its that
really?
people all over throughout the entire year wrote like their dreams on and put it onto like a specific place. And then
really?
they cut it up and make it into the confetti.
Oh, that's
so the
so
confetti is really made of dreams.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's actually really cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, yeah.
And paper is biodegradable, so I'm here for that too.
Yeah, that's better. Use paper confetti. Or candy confetti.
Candy confetti?
Yeah, like cotton candy. And then get
then
all
you just-
sticky.
Then
And then you can have a fun sticky orgy.
I feel like that took a really, really hard turn out of nowhere.
You know what, Mike? I'm tired.
And damn it,
You're
if
tired.
I want to have a New Year's cotton candy orgy, I will, because it's my right as an American.
America.
America.
I mean, you could.
Hypothetically.
Keep it secret.
Yeah.
Keep it safe.
Yeah. Optimistic news, though, about plastic is that they are making efforts to break it down. For example, I just watched, I forget what it was, but I watched a news piece about this effort that's being made to clean up the great plastic continent. I forget what it's called.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like the big, like plastic state in the Pacific Ocean.
Yeah, that's like as big as any other. That's
As
like,
big as Texas.
Yeah, there is now a concerted effort with new technology to clean that up, and it will be reduced by half in 5 years.
That's wonderful.
It really is.
I was hoping they'd find a way to like technologically. That's my dog. Like hacking.
I don't think it'll come up on the pod.
It might. If you like, all the times I say like, "Oh, truck" or "Oh, dog," if you're wearing headphones, you can definitely hear it.
Okay.
If you're not, never mind.
There is a dog that is breathing very heavily, but you might not be able to hear it.
Yeah, he's an
through the
old
door.
man.
Yeah.
But I was hoping they'd take that like island continent because like it's just like you can't stand on it because it's like you'll fall right through the plastic pieces. I was hoping they'd all condense it into one big like block, like about like a tenth the size, and you just have like a little Rhode Island plastic state in the middle of the Pacific Ocean.
That just randomly wanders the world as it
Yeah,
sails through.
the party island
Party Island.
where you can like in like 30 years it'll be the only place where you can legally use plastics.
Just put it all right fucking
Just
here.
smash it into the ground.
Yeah.
That is a tourist attraction.
That is a tourist attraction.
And like a castaway's dream. Where it's like they're stuck on an island. It's like, what? Is that the party island?
This is even better than.
But it's not the 23rd yet. Guys, I want to be on the party island. He swims out, gets eaten by a shark.
Or actually, he just gets his neck caught in one of those beer things that ruins.
Like a giant like 6-pack ring.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they all got molded together to form one giant 6-pack ring.
Yeah, the thing that like dolphins get their noses stuck. He just gets tangled in that. That's nature having its revenge. Oh man, we're doing so many awful things to the environment that they are paying us. It is paying. We are feeling the payback already, but it's just gonna get worse.
Have you heard that like statistic that like in 10 years will be like the turn back point where it's like you can't fix it?
I've heard that a lot. I've heard different years like thrown out there, but
Yeah.
the main point is that we are approaching the point of no return, and I think that we have already. But as far as now, we're just trying to perform damage control as to make it as least disastrous as possible.
Yes. I kind of like, there's part of me like wondering like if there will be a specific day where you just turn on the news and it's like, well, today's the point of no return day, so we're looking to colonize Mars.
We are looking to colonize Mars.
Yeah, but like that's the day where it's like we gotta pull all our money into doing this because now we can't save the Earth. So now we gotta make a new one.
Yeah. And that. So in other news, Wall-E is now a reality.
Yeah, that's gonna happen.
I mean, I don't really think that
Not like that. It's not gonna be as cute.
it's not gonna be as cute, but it's also like, I mean, how often have climate scientists been telling us, we should probably use environmentally friendly policies now.
And everyone's like, nah.
Exactly.
Because it's not the number one convenient yet.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, once science catches up just a little more and makes an environmentally friendly option the most convenient way to do everything, and like the cheapest, then everyone will be like, yeah, of course.
Well, I think the technology already exists. I don't think that scientists can feasibly control the economy to the point that because any new technology that is formed, whether it's beneficial or not, is going to mean the loss of someone else's job, and that's awful, but it's true. Like when the car came around, all the people that drove horses and buggies kind of lost their job. You know what I mean? And that, excuse me,
Cough, cough.
Sorry. But that also will be true for the people that make plastic. Will be losing their jobs if it comes around to new technology.
Well, that's just the world we live in, a world of adaptability. Those who once rode horses will have to learn to be taxi drivers.
And listen, they did back then, and I'm sure they will again. It's just going to be a rough transition in the meantime.
Well, we exist in a time that's already a huge transitional phase. Because, like, internet, like, I don't remember exactly what it's called, but it's like the phase of learning to like incorporate like the internet and
like a
digital,
transitional period.
Yeah, the digital media into like our day-to-day lives and learn to write laws for the digital world that make sense and are fair to everyone, because this is a new territory and it's going to take a couple more decades probably to get it perfect.
And I hope that we're around in a few decades to enjoy it.
I would love to see this all settled by the time the next catastrophe happens.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, another thing is like, how should I put this? There is a way to make it, you got to put some artificial incentives in place too.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, you and I can and should do our part to reduce our individual plastic usage.
But at the end of the day, not everyone's going to do their part unless it's something in for them.
Well, there's that, but it's also so much of the carbon emissions, so much of the plastic, so much of the destruction of the environment is done by the same 30 or so companies.
So you're saying to do like one can only do so much. Everyone's kind of got to...
Right. First of all, everybody's got to do their part, but also like companies in general have to step up and change their business practices too. I'm talking about the big ones, you know what I mean? I don't know names offhand, but I've read that like those companies are doing it. And
it's
to
like
be fair, there
are 5 companies that own everything.
Exactly. And to be fair, a lot of companies are trying. It's just a question of whether or not they're doing it fast enough.
It's the transitional period, and it's just, again, like once the money is there, or rather the money is cheaper to do like other options, then it'll become easier.
For better or for worse, money makes this world go round a little bit.
And it influences every decision by companies.
I would argue probably for worse, because I mean I feel like, well, actually I don't know if I would go that far, but there are, what we're trying to get at in this podcast, and I think everybody knows it, is there are more important things than economic incentive, but that's what's going to motivate so many people to do it.
It's what everyone can be motivated by.
Exactly.
Like, not everyone's going to care about the environment.
Everyone's going to care about, I want to live.
I want to breathe.
Uh-huh.
But if that's not going to happen for 30 years, I'd rather just take the money.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the type of mindset we have to, like, we deal with.
We have to rally against.
Yes.
And, you know, like we said, we it's so hard to locate every single plastic thing that we're using, and ultimately that's just one part of being environmentally friendly.
Yes, and if this week taught me anything, it's just how fucking much plastic is everywhere.
How massive the problem actually is.
Yeah, there's a lot of plastic.
They're really. I wish I had the statistics offhand about how much plastics that we emit every day.
Now, we always tell you to or ask or suggest that you do these undertakings along with us, but like seriously, if you're gonna do one of them, I would suggest just take a week and just make a mental note whenever you use something that's of disposable plastic.
Yeah, like disposable plastic is very hard to get rid of, as we found, but just maybe being aware of the magnitude of the problem.
Just take a week, and at the end of the week, be like, wow, like, because it happened to me. I never realized how much. Like I use I thought it was like maybe like once a day I'll use like a water bottle. It's like no, every other thing that I do, every product I use is probably plastic involved.
Exactly.
That I get rid of.
Yeah, and because it's also like plastic not only is cheap, it's almost indestructible.
Yeah.
You know, like
It's too convenient.
Too damn convenient. You know, I saw when plastic first became the big thing of the technology or the substance of the future back in the 50s, there were advertisements of like
It'll last forever.
It'll last forever.
And now
the problem is, holy crap, it's lasting forever.
It's like the 1950s. It'll last forever. 2015, it'll last forever.
Exactly.
It turned into a question.
Yeah, because
a concerned question.
Because when you drop a plastic plate, it doesn't break. When you drop a glass plate, it does, and that becomes that's why it's so easy to do. So yeah, I mean, plastic's an issue.
Yeah, it's cool that you were saying this earlier. Not to go off topic.
Go ahead.
In our break, where it's like every week we kind of get to do like a different type of podcast. This week was an environmentally aware podcast.
Yeah, I mean, clearly we're not as environmentally aware as many other experts out there.
No, everything we do we're not experts in, because if we were experts in it, then we'd have 3 episodes.
we would just be doing that as the podcast.
Yeah.
So even, I guess the point that I'm trying to make is, even if 2 idiots can realize the magnitude of this problem by trying and failing to avoid plastic for 1 week,
you can do it.
You can recognize the problem,
or
too.
at least take note of the situation that's happening around you.
And it's man, like it changes your perspective. It really does, about just how bad the issue is.
What an incredible undertaking this was, for many reasons.
I mean, it's a damn important one. And
yes.
I mean, like I said, I failed this week, but I'm gonna keep trying.
I succeeded in the ways that matter to me. Like I
like what?
Like realized re-realized about this issue, and now it's in the forefront of my mind again. So I think this would be a cool undertaking to do every like 40 or 50 episodes.
I mean, I'm
to like visit back every year.
To be quite frank, I'm not gonna stop trying to avoid the plastic usage. You know what I mean?
No, I know what you mean, but I'm just saying, like, it's always in my mind too, but it's never like a prioritized thought. And now it is again, but
yeah,
like things change, of course.
Of course they do. Of course they do.
But I'm glad this was like a big week.
This was, I mean, this was
for us.
Exactly. It was a very big week. It was a very important week. And I don't know what the solution is, but I hope it comes quickly.
Me too. And you know what? I do have confidence in humanity, and I think that in the long run we'll figure something out. Because if we don't, then no one's gonna be around to say I'm wrong.
Exactly. So I'm gonna make this claim right now.
We're gonna do it. And if I'm wrong, you can't tell me about it, because you're gonna be dead.
I cannot be held responsible for this incorrect statement.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Oh, man.
So to end on a lighter tone, Mike, just because this is the last episode we're recording before the new year, got any New Year's resolutions?
Eliminate all plastic.
Good goal.
Yeah.
Do you think you can do that by the end of the year?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
I mean,
yep.
I personally...
maybe.
New Year's resolutions are weird, because it's like... The change from December to January is not actually different than any other time during the year.
Nah, it's just when we recognize, like, this... It's more about... It's a metaphorical, like, new beginning.
Well, let me ask you this question. What were the New Year's resolutions you made for January 2018?
Ah, that's a good question. I always do like stupid ones.
Like,
oh, you know what I did?
What?
I said that I was going to finish my book.
oh, you did that. That's
Yes.
actually very true.
I said this was going to be one project that I did not only do halfway, because I have a problem with that where I don't see things through.
Finishing is a big issue for any creative project.
Yes, and you know, I haven't had problems finishing in other areas, but
You mean with your book, or you're making
making
crap, that
I'm
went over my
making
head.
an innuendo.
Whew, that just went right over my head. My bad.
Yes, because I'm so tall.
That's a good one. But yeah, okay.
But I actually did it.
You did do
and
that.
I want to do another New Year's resolution. I just don't know what it is yet.
Yeah,
I thought I'd ask.
It's a good one. I mean, this one, I'm gonna buy hard plastic, which just to. Because, like I said, that'll outlive me, but at least I will be using something.
You wanted to buy more of it.
Right. I will be producing less garbage that outlives me.
Yes. Even changes like that are very important. Use,
absolutely.
Use better plastic so you don't have to use more of it.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. But yeah, so I'm gonna do that. Obviously, the stereotypical lose weight, and then that'll drop off by the second week of January. But yeah, I mean, I have a couple in mind that I think I hadn't really actually considered it, because we're recording this a few days before the new year, and so I have a little bit of time to work them out.
Yeah.
What about you? You have anything?
Right now, I'll do a few, but right now the one I'm gonna do is do this next weekly undertaking awesomely, whatever it is,
and that is going to be taking place during the new year.
and we're gonna be pulling from the bucket.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so what?
It's been a hot sec since we've pulled one together.
It's
I'm really
been 3 or 4 weeks at this
yeah,
point.
and I'm really excited because we got a bunch of cool ones that I don't remember.
Yeah, neither do I.
Would you like to do the honors for the new year?
Sure, I will. Let's see. For the new year, our first challenge is brighten up the daily grind.
I don't think we should do that one because neither of us are going to work.
Yeah, I agree. So we're gonna put this one aside for now.
If you were wondering, that had to do with commutes.
Right, but
so neither of us are commuting.
I'm on vacation, and I think you are too, right?
I'm working for like a day next week.
Okay, so we won't do that one. The next one is The Binge.
The Binge.
Oh,
this is a good one for this week.
This is a good one. The binge is watch the first season of a television show recommended to you by the other.
So I'm gonna watch something you're recommending to me, and I'm gonna recommend something to you.
Yes.
That's so exciting.
What am I gonna give you? Do you have yours in mind?
I have a couple, so I'm gonna think about it. I'm gonna leave it up to as a surprise for next week.
Yeah, and we'll tweet it out, obviously, as we always do.
You know, we don't, because I always forget, and you forget.
I forget. We're gonna try to tweet them out because we're also doing this 2 weeks in advance for when this podcast comes out.
Yeah, but it's like we're gonna fucking forget.
We'll set a reminder, but let's see if that actually works.
All right, you do that.
I will. But that'll be the challenge for next week.
I'm excited.
I really don't binge watch television at all.
I only do it when I'm really into a show. Like right now, I'll give you a little, because I might recommend this show to you. But right now, I'm finishing up Dexter.
Okay.
Which I've been watching for like 4 years.
That's the one. That's the serial killer that kills other serial killers.
Yes,
right?
and it's incredible. I stopped watching a couple years ago because a character I really liked died.
That'll do that.
So now I came back to it, and this is my end of year's resolution. It's like, I'm gonna watch all of Dexter, and I don't care how sad I get, I'm gonna finish it. And now I'm finishing up the second to last season now. So by the time this new binge starts, this new undertaking starts, I will be done with my current binge.
Yeah, absolutely. And I have ADHD, so I'm very bad at sitting down and just watching television for hours on end.
So am I.
So this will be a challenge for me.
You want to borrow my fidget controller?
A fidget controller? What is this? Alex just handed me a fidget controller.
You just it just has buttons on it for playing.
Oh, that's actually pretty cool.
You just fidget it.
Oh, that's very useful to just do this, I guess, instead of fidgeting in other ways. That's very cool.
Yeah.
I'm not going to fidget with it right now because it looks like it makes a lot of noise.
It does make a lot of noise.
Ah, that's unfortunate. But yeah, I'll do this while I'm watching whatever show you recommend, whether it's Dexter or something else.
Yeah, I'm going to think about this because we still have like a day or two before we're recommending.
We're going to begin it, yeah.
Yeah, so you think about it too because I'm interested.
I am.
Let's try to keep it to Netflix though, because I don't have money to buy their
You don't have
subscription
Hulu
programs.
or anything like that.
Yeah.
I was thinking of giving you Brooklyn Nine-Nine, but
I have seen enough Brooklyn Nine-Nine to know that I love it.
yeah, it's so damn good.
Don't worry.
Okay.
That is a show I already know I have to see.
I'll try to keep it topical too, because I have a lot of old TV shows that I love.
Give me something. Give me something I would not watch otherwise. Like, give me another Danganronpa.
Yeah,
I'm gonna try and give you something like that too.
Please give me something more entertaining than Stardew Valley.
Oh, don't diss the Valley.
Listen, it's a game that meant a lot to a lot of people. Obviously, that means something. Says something about the quality of the game.
I know it means nothing to you.
Not me.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
All right. Well, want to end it here then?
Yeah, sure. So
the Stardew Valley fans in this series just like, boo.
Hey, listen, I'm not bashing the game. I'm sure. Listen, it's a good game. It's just not my cup of tea.
That's all you have to say, because there are a lot of them. And they have pitchforks, because they are farmers.
They're farmers. Exactly. All right, well, if you like the podcast, follow us on whatever format you're listening to us to.
It's all in the description, and you know what you're listening to us on. So, just do that,
Just click the follow button.
You dig? If it's there.
Yeah.
Do we have... Does Spotify have follow?
It does.
Oh.
It does.
Then click it.
Yeah, and so does Apple Podcast. I don't know about the Google Play, but I'd imagine so.
I don't even know if we're on there.
Oh, well.
If we are, let us know.
But yeah, thank you guys so much for listening. Tune in next week. Follow us on Twitter so that you can get the update if we remember to do it.
Yeah, that's in the description too, along with artists that help us out with the program, Adam and Winston. Check them out.
Please do. So until next week, don't forget to challenge yourself.
And stop polluting the world, you goddamn asshole.
Hey, that was aggressive, true, but
and
aggressive.
Try something new.
Try something new, like not polluting the earth for once.
All right.
Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Good night, Grandpa.
See you next week.
He started listening, that's why I said good night.
Ah, that's so sweet.
Well, I got him, because he doesn't have internet access, so I put all of our episodes onto an MP3 player and gave it to him.
Oh, that's actually really nice.
Thank you.
Oh,
that was
wow.
So good night, Grandpa. Unless you're listening to this in the morning, but I made that joke last week.
Then have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.